So in this video, we will make this toy car wheel, which we will use for variety of our projects. It's in a matrix, and we will use it with a base revolve feature. And what will be the revolve feature will be a rectangle offsetted from the center line. Once we are done with the base revolve feature, we are going to shell it out for the thickness of shell of the two with removing a back face, and that will create the wheel hub and the wheel the outside rim. And then we will make the one of the hole and just array it 5 times. So let's do it. So we will start a new SolidWorks part, and I will switch it to the matrix. And on a front plane, I'm going to make a center line. And then I'm going to make a rectangle, somewhat offsetted from the center line. Left corner of the rectangle and coordinate origin I'm going to make vertical. I'm going to specify that the distance between the top edge of the rectangle, my center line, and if I drag the dimension line on the other end, it will assume that this is a diameter. I will specify that the diameter is a 35 millimeters. And I'm going to specify another dimension here that I have, and that's that the thickness of the wheel itself is 8 millimeters. So that will be this length, pardon. This length is an 8 millimeters. And one more. The inner diameter for the hub is going to be 6 millimeters. And this is my profile, and now this is my axis of revolution. So I close the sketch. I go to the feature Revolve Boss Base. And here is the base feature for my wheel. I will choose material because I will 3D print this. I will choose this as a plastic. And this will be the ABS. Now, I want to make the inner of the wheel, and it will be a shell because all the thickness are 2. As you can see, the wall uniform thickness is a 2 millimeters. So I'm going to shell it with a 2 millimeters thickness. We can shell the revolve feature the same how we shell the extrude feature. So shell, thickness is 2 millimeters. Face that I want to remove is this back face of the wheel. Look what happened once I shelled it. I made my basic structure of the wheel. Now, in the next step, I'm going to make this little chamfer. And that chamfer is a 1 × 45 millimeters. So I will use under fillet, I will use chamfer. 1 distance 45 edge, and this is just for, let's see on this side. Yep, that's the outbound chamfer, and there it is. And now in the last step, I'm going to make the hole, and then I'm going to array the hole. So I will first make a sketch because I like using hole wizard with a predefined center points. Going to make a vertical center line, to place the point at its end. I'm going to specify that the distance is a 10. And that's exactly where I will make a true hole of the 8 millimeter in diameter. So if I go features, if I go to the hole wizard, and I want a position here, I am already there. If I go to the type of the hole, I will specify that this is a generic hole, and I want an 8 millimeter diameter, and the end condition I want a true hole. Press OK, and here is my hole. Now, I want to array this hole 5 times for each instance separated for 72 degrees. So to do this, I'm going to choose the circular pattern. I'm going to automatically pick the hole. The direction will be any of the cylindrical face of the hub. And instead of the equal spacing, I will put the instant spacing, 72 degrees. And number 5. And look what happened. Here is my wheel. It's done. In 5 minutes, this complex wheel is done. And if the material is ABS, the mass property of the wheel, which should be 2.95 grams, so only 3 grams. We will use this wheel later when we build like our toy car model, as well as for like some other models that we will be building. Okay, now let's you do the wheel using the Revolve as a base feature and then shelling it out, chamfering, placing a hole, and doing a circular pattern.